Alright guys, Captain Dominic here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a leader typically used for a fish finder rig setup. I use this specific setup for fishing rocky structure or clam beds from shore or from boat. I use this rig specifically for striped bass fishing, but I've caught fluke and bluefish on the same rig. Not only am I going to be showing you guys how to set up this specific leader, but I'm also going to be showing you guys how to tie the UNI knot and the Snell knot today. Here's what I'll be using. I'm going to be using the, I don't know if you can see that, there you go, the Seaguar Gold Label 80-pound Flouro. This Flouro is brand new, it just came out this year, 2021. This is going to be my first time using it. I'm choosing this leader because it's supposedly stronger and thinner than the other Flouro leaders available. It's their top of the line Flouro. This 25 yards of 80 pound cost me $60. I know it's a lot of money, but to me it's going to be worth it. I'm not going to only be using this because it's the most expensive, but it's actually supposedly invisible in water, and it's going to be strong enough to withstand the rocks and the clam beds that will be abrasive on the line. I've lost a lot of fish because of lighter pound leaders being weakened or being torn on these abrasive structures. So that's why I'm going with the higher pound rating today. Next I'll be using Gamakatsu size 6.0 Baitholder hooks. You can see that there's two barbs. I don't know if you can actually see that. There's two barbs pointing out here. That's to hold the bait onto the hook, such as worms. And that's what they're great for, hooking worms. I usually use it with a bait tie. It's like a string that you wrap around the worm and the hook. You can actually get that on Amazon. You could also check out my surf fishing video, which I'll be posting on how to tie that around the worm as well. I'm also going to be tying my Snell knot to this hook. So it's going to go right along there, and you can see how that is bent. When the hook is bent, when the eye is bent like this, great opportunity for a Snell knot. Snell knot increases hook setting power. It's a very strong knot, lasts very long. I rarely have any failures with that knot. If I do, it's because the leader is old and corroded from the salt. Lastly, I'll be using the barrel swivel. You want something stronger. I like to go with something stronger. At least the one I go with is 230, or even something like 100 pound would be fine. But the 230 seems sturdy enough for me. This is where I'm going to be tying my UNI knot, which to me is definitely the strongest knot out there. I never had a break off from using the UNI knot. This setup is also going to allow for easy access to change the leaders as needed. So when one gets old, you can just take another one, put it right onto your swivel, onto the rod, without having to tie extra knots and whatnot. Alright, so now I'm going to be showing you how to tie the UNI knot. Alright, so first, let me open this up here. You want to take about 3 feet. Now I'm going to be using this leader on the surf and off the boat. So I'm going to take about 3 feet. If you're fishing off the beach, only 2 feet is necessary, but I'm going to take 3 because sometimes I like to change the hook if it starts to get rusty. It's about 3 feet. Got my pliers to cut the line here. Alright, so here we got the UNI knot. I'm going to put it in the hole here. I'm going to come around. Alright, sometimes the line's going to get in the way. Come around about 10 inches, I would say. I mean, it uses up a lot of line, wastes a lot of line, but it's going to be a very strong knot. So you have 10 inches on the short side, and then you have the long side, which is about 3 feet. You're going to bring this 10-inch part around from the bottom. So it basically looks like this. Okay, again, one more time. Just going to take that 10-inch part, flip it back towards the other way. Okay. Now you're going to take that short part and you're going to wrap it around one second. Sometimes getting in the way. Sometimes getting aggravated here now. Alright, now you're going to take this part here and you're going to wrap it around 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now I like to lick this part just because I want to prevent it from slipping when it gets wet. You're going to hold like this and you're going to pull. So I like to pull this part with my teeth right here because it's going to be hard to pull with your finger. So you can see how with my teeth I just made it a little tighter. Let me do it with the pliers so I can show you. Basically gonna and then you're gonna bring this down. You're gonna pull both sides of the line. So you want to pull the longer part to bring it down to the barrel, and you're going to pull the shorter part to tighten it. Now, see, I can pull this as hard as I want, it's not going to break. Then I cut it, the excess line, about a ½ inch from where the UNI knot is. And there you go, that's the UNI knot. So you can see I still left about 2 feet, so it's a little shorter than I wanted, but it's good enough for the beach. That's where I'll be fishing tonight. Now for the Snell knot. Okay, so the Snell knot might be a little bit easier to follow, but it's a bit more harder or more difficult to handle. Now, you don't want to go in through this way. You want to go in the eye when it's facing up. So you're going to go in like that. You're going to push a little bit up like that. You're going to come with the shorter part, you're going to come back through that loop. Now you're going to wrap it as many times as possible around the hook. What you're going to do is you're going to bring that through the loop here. Now you're going to pull both sides. I like to take my pliers because I can't get a grip on the smaller side. As much as you can. Not to test out the knot. Sometimes it slips through, and this is why I like to test it. This might slip through because it's 80 pounds, but I'm pulling as hard as I can on this hook right now, and it's not breaking off, so that means it's a tight Snell knot. It's good. It's not going to slip through. And what I do is I cut off that excess, and that's it. And there you go, that's the Snell knot. You can notice how it doesn't wiggle around. It's stiff. So there you go, this is the leader. Barrel swivel, about 2 to 3 feet with the hook. UNI to the barrel, Snell to the hook. There you go.